food doesn't have to be complicated to be delicious. And that's the proof right here.
It really is. Look
Pilaf
how
rice,
beautiful.
chicken with Diane sauce. And again, a bit of this too. And voila. Oh my God. 2 pieces of carrot. Well, so we're back, but we're back in the kitchen this time. And you've decided to use the Diane sauce.
I have. I wanted to do a chickeny riff on steak Diane.
Okay.
So, okay, chicken thighs, skin on, bone in.
And that's, you see, a lot of people buy the chicken breast with skinless as well.
This has got more flavour.
More flavour, but keeping the bone is important as well.
I think so.
And then getting the skin crispy.
But that's quite hard in this country because they're plucked wet.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes,
Don't get
underwater.
Your chicken wet.
So this should be hot now. They're big and meaty.
Yes, indeed.
Lovely.
French.
And I put a bit of oil on because I think it's better sometimes than oiling the pan, especially with a pan like that. Let's hope we get a good sizzle. Yes, that's what I like to hear. So, I think I'm going to get a third one in. I'm going for it.
Yeah. So don't put
That
too
little
much.
lonesome.
Don't put too much, otherwise
No.
lose the heat.
But there's a good hot pan. So essentially, I always think that you have to cook chicken this way down for as long as you can bear to. You get impatient.
Yeah,
but
to get beautiful. Crispy.
Yes, I'm going to turn it down a bit because it should keep the heat and I don't want it to smoke your kitchen out. And just carry on so it really gets colour before turning it over. But also because these are free range, we're going to get lots of lovely flavour. Not that your sauce needs it, but you don't need to do much. The chicken's good.
Yeah, that's right.
The sauce is good.
And that's the key. If you use great ingredients,
yes,
it makes the cooking easy.
I know.
You don't need to bring too much to it.
And I think also, I love chicken thighs. I could
chicken
go
thighs
forever.
and chicken wings.
Yes, chicken wings. I know, it's so good. I like anything as well with cartilage and gristle. When I do roast chicken, when I'm waiting to carve it, that wonderful bit of cartilage on the breastbone, I adore.
And that's what I love, roasting a whole chicken, and I cut all the bits off, put in a tray, put the tray in the middle of the table, and come back to the kitchen.
I know.
Like sucking the bones of the carcass.
Bit.
Good tip as well. If the meat's not ready to turn, it sticks to the pan.
I know, but you often have to tear it a bit to find out. But you're right. It should turn in a minute. There are some meats though, sometimes if I'm doing duck, say, I think it can be good to start off with a cold pan.
Yes, that's what I do. Cold pan, skin side down, or medium heat. The fat starts to render, and then it cooks in its own fat.
I do this thing with duck breast, the duck legs, because they took longer, and I do them in a pan with just by themselves, just to sear the skin, and then I turn it over and I just have a big pan, and I just have potatoes, some thyme and salt, and all you're doing is cooking the potatoes in duck fat, and it's like every cube of potato is almost translucent with duck fat. So delicious. I think that one could do with a bit longer, but look, I think this one can. Leave it, or shall I leave it a bit longer?
I think so.
Yes, I know.
I
know. I like it that you're. I'm just impatient. You see.
And that's the thing. That's the key. Sometimes. Chefs are not patient either.
But you have to be.
But you have to.
Yes.
You really have to. It makes the difference between good and great sometimes.
Yes. No, it really does. And it's those small things that make the difference.
You feel like a glass of wine?
No, thank you. You're dangerous to be around, and I feel I've had too much to drink while working with you, and
You're becoming an alcoholic because of me.
No, not that. But I feel I don't need to now. Your company is intoxicating enough, Manu.
You're right. Fair enough, I'm sorry. with your chicken, as you say that, I'm going to cook rice pilau.
Fantastic.
It's I mean, I love plain rice when you eat Asian food.
Yes, but
when
I
you
love a
eat-
pilau.
Yeah, it's got that caramelized onion sweetness to it. I love it.
Do you
And
know?
I'm using
Do you
chicken stock.
want to take a bit of my chicken fat, because we don't need that much in the pan for your
I
pilau.
may put some in
I
the
think
pot
you
there,
should.
right? See? So adding a bit more flavor to the rice pilau using the chicken fat from the pan.
Yes, because we don't need it all now.
That's right. I think it's ready to
I
cook
think
around,
so
isn't it?
too. You ready?
Yes, go for it.
Oh,
Sorry,
cute. No, I like that.
I clean it. Oh, look at you see?
It's beautiful.
Another minute.
I know. Beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Well, it looks like a fish.
Yes.
Excellent. Right.
Would
Well,
you like me to take some of the fat out?
I would. And can I have it off the heat, darling? Excuse me, these were mine, but there you go. Now, if I weren't doing your sauce on top,
Yeah.
I would put a little bit of white wine or dry white vermouth, but because it's going to have all the flavour from your sauce. However, I think a bit of liquid
Yes.
really helps the meat get tender, but it also, strangely, does make the skin crisp. So I'm going to put a bit, not too much, just a bit here. Okay. Will you?
I'm gonna
Okay, you do that. I'll open the oven. May I?
Yes, please. I'm going to put it right at the top.
Oh, wow. So that's 200 fan forced.
Are
yeah?
you happy with 200 or you?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, yeah, of
Just
course.
quick and fast, yeah?
I can sit and watch you make rice.
Oh, thank you.
I'll do whatever you want, just...
So I'm just going to chop the onions very finely, and I'm going to gently saute them in the chicken fat that we've got from roasting your chicken, I suppose. I want to cook them fast enough and the same size of the rice, so you don't.
Look at that.
The skill of cutting onion is
beautiful.
important, I think.
It is. It's beautiful to watch, but I have to make do with my poor chopping skills. But the thing is, this is going to make everything a lot quicker because it's so small
Yeah, and it's
and lovely.
it's-
It'll go so soft and caramelised.
and the same size of the rice kind
Yes,
of thing is
yes.
what I'm saying. If it's too big, then you're going to
Yeah.
start chewing
No,
on big
I
pieces.
agree.
And the key is to actually make them sweat and get them to get the sugar coming
Yes.
out without caramelizing the onion itself. Just a bit more fat, and then throw the onions in.
A lot of onions.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make them sweat slowly but surely.
Yes, it's a technique I imagine you practice on people, slowly and surely.
Yeah. But I don't want to give them too much color, you
Yeah.
see. And because I'm French, I'm going to add a couple of knobs of butter in there
Of course.
as well. Just a couple.
I know, I would have been devastated had you not.
Some people like to put garlic in the pilaf. I only use onions. But then if I want to do a garlic rice, it's different.
Yes.
You want that sweet garlic flavor.
But
So you
also
see,
that's lovely, everyone cooking their own way, in a way, I
So
think. Beautiful.
What I like is see, it's sweating slowly. It's kind of creamy with the butter and the chicken fat, and you keep on stirring it so it doesn't catch to the bottom.
I mean, exactly, really, as if, well, perhaps, but as if you were making risotto, the same way, you know.
Pretty much.
Yes.
It
And you're
just-
not going to deglaze with alcohol, are you?
No, just chicken stock.
Yes, beautiful.
And obviously, if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, you don't use butter and use vegetable stock.
Yes. Now those, you see, when I peel vegetables, I put them when I peel and chop, I put them in a bag, and then when I make stock, I have a whole bag in my freezer of like peelings and odds and ends.
I'm not going to throw my onions away then, because otherwise I'm going to get told off.
You certainly are.
What a waste of onions. But talking about chicken stock,
smell.
I love onions and butter in the pan. There's nothing
I
better
know.
to smell when you walk into a house.
It's just, or a roast chicken.
Yeah, so I remember when I was an apprentice, the chef used to actually burn some onions and go into the restaurant room just to make the onion smell.
Oh,
so
that
it
is-
attracts people.
That's fair. So your next, so after the sausage, you're going to go into scented candles. You're going to do butter and onion.
Butter onion candles by Manu. And maybe a little French onion soup perfume.
Yes.
By Manu.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, so there's a restaurant here called Bistecca, and all they serve is a T-bone. So the open kitchen, and they've got a big slab, and you can have a T-bone for 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
So they come to how many are you for? And they saw the T-bone off the big rack.
Yes.
But the beautiful thing is that when they bring the meal to the bread to you, there's a candle lit. The candle is made of beef fat. So as it's lit, the fat starts to melt, and you dunk your bread into that.
Oh my!
Yes.
What?
Yes,
I'm sort of entranced.
exactly. Oh, what amazing it
Oh
is.
my God! This is the language of romance.
All right, so
Yeah.
onions are translucent.
Yeah.
They pretty much cooked, but you
Well,
see
golden because of the chicken fat and butter.
Yeah, but no caramelization.
No
All right?
caramelization.
So now I'm just gonna put my long grain rice into this.
I know I eat a lot, but that is
No, that's
a lot of
leftover.
rice.
I'm doing leftovers. You see, like my
Yeah.
wife and I, when we cook, there's only 3 or 4. I don't know, it depends if my son's around. But
Yeah.
we cook a lot, and there's
yes,
leftovers.
yes, perfect.
Because when he comes back from
Oh yeah, he'd eat all of this.
That's right.
Yes.
All right. So you see, I've just put the rice in, and what I want is to heat the rice a little bit in the pan with the onions, but also to get every grain kind of surrounded by the fat, by the chicken fat and the butter and the oil that's in there before I put the stock in. I'm going to add the salt, a bit of pepper in there now. Obviously, because when you add the stock is going to be seasoned by that salt, and then the rice is going to suck it all up. So that's when you season the rice.
Yeah.
So you don't want to season afterwards when it's cooked. You want to season before it's cooked. Yeah.
You want to go deep into the grain.
Yes. So people are always worried about when chefs put salt in the pan. They think we're putting too much, but we know. The
Yes,
pinch,
and you need you need a lot of
and
salt.
not too much pepper, because otherwise it's going to be a bit too peppery. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to add the stock, and the stock I'm just going to add about an inch over the top of the rice,
A knuckle.
a knuckle over the top. So you don't want to put too much stock, but you want to put enough, so so it's cooked perfectly at the end.
Okay.
And then the cartouche on top. I'm going to put the lid on because I really want I don't want the stock to evaporate and disappear.
Yes.
I want it to be kept in the rice, yeah? So, excusez-moi, mademoiselle.
Madame,
Oh.
I rather feel, une crise.
Une crise.
That's
On va
right.
faire comme ça.
Okay, push it on more. Okay, thank you.
Bonsoir.
So while that sauce in there, do you want to shall I show you how I do mine?
Okay.
I go like this. Then I open it and I put it in and I bed it down and I just, that's how I do mine.
That's the
so
difference.
But what I'm saying is, the people can't do that, make a fancy doily. You've made yours like a fancy doily, but it still works when you do it like this.
I tell you what, I've got nothing against that. Like I do this when I do blind bagger tart.
Yes,
that's the way I do it, because then you can really push it into the corner.
Yes.
But I will use this way.
You don't need to, because you do yours in about the same time as I do mine. I like doing it too.
It's just
the joy of destruction and unraveling.
You know, it's a funny thing, Cartouche, because you learn this when you're an apprentice. Obviously.
Yes.
And
my mother did it like this. You see? My mother did it hers like
this. It's a thing that when you do it for the first time, you go, oh my God, this is like amazing, you know.
Yeah.
But then it becomes
Second nature.
and
Yeah, I can understand that.
So I get a square of the parchment paper or greaseproof paper, whatever you want to call it, and then cut it, fold it in half, and then in half again to make a square, but then again to make another triangle and another triangle, and until you've got the pointy.
Till you've got a paper airplane.
Yes, so you can throw it around the classroom, and then you basically with that you find the center.
Yeah.
Of your pot, and then so you cut your paper where it falls off the edge.
Yes.
And then that's what I do. And then I just cut.
But why do you have a hole in it?
So there's a bit of escape of
Yes.
the steam, because if you don't, then the paper blows up that way.
Oh, well,
You know
that,
what I
not if you, not by my trusted
So
methods.
when you open it, it's a perfect shape.
Yes.
And then so the air can escape, or the
Yes.
steam can escape
Yeah.
from here, and voila.
Perfect.
But you can also do that, and then
But then you do, but it stays, it doesn't go up like that. I bed it down like I'm tucking, like I'm up like this, like I'm tucking the rice up for the night. Sleep well, like that. I go like that to it, around the pan.
fabulous. The cartouche in reality it's a second lead to stop the stock to reduce too fast, and to keep the stock and the product down under the liquid.
Yeah.
That's right. And then you can put another lid so it doesn't evaporate, and so the rice really soak the stock and cooks properly. But if you do a bœuf bourguignon, you can put one on top of that, so the beef stays submerged.
No, that's what I do. And also some liquids. Do you know? I made a beef bourguignon with oxtail.
Yes.
Oh, so delicious. But I want you now to fold all that and do dancing girls, and like a full, cut out dancing girls.
Yes.
And
Well, it could be a nice little tutu, like this.
it's very good. Lampshade.
Lampshade.
Crafts with Manu.
Anywho's, so I think the chicken and the rice could be ready actually.
Well, I'm hungry.
You're
I'm
hungry?
more than hungry.
All right, so we're going to put the chicken back on the stove, shall we?
Well, it'll still be warm. Oh, you want to put the heat on? Excuse me, I'm going to shut.
Oh, I'll get the rice out.
Okay, I'm going to take the chicken out.
Sorry, I'm going to do that. Now,
Strong.
you decided to use the Diane sauce.
Yes. Can I interrupt you?
Yes, of course.
Please, will you chop me some chives?
How would you like the chives done?
Finally.
Finely chopped?
Like little confetti.
Can you show me how?
No.
No?
I deserve that.
Let me open this for you.
Thank you.
Oh, but did
No,
you
I
know
wanted
those,
the Diane.
those sauce?
Oh, it's lovely cold.
Yes, they are. Those sauces are being made with real ingredients and the traditional way, so there's no nasties in here.
Good. Proper.
Yes.
I'm going to take the chicken out. Beautiful and golden. Here we are. And put a bit of butter, get round the edge, get all that bit of chickeniness. I mean, I really just want a bit of bread now, just to go in this pan, but actually it'll be better in a minute. So I'm just going to heat this up. Very lovely. Oh, I'm enjoying the squeezing as well. I think, want to put the other one in?
Yeah.
Okay then,
Sure.
you can do that. I'll allow you.
Because not only it's a good sauce, but I want plenty of it on it.
Yes, of course you do. That is so divine, Manu.
Thank you. Is that fine enough for you, boss?
It's better than I could have ever dreamt of.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to spoon some of this on. I want to have the skin around it golden and visible, and this on the edges and underneath, so we can then dip. As I eat, I'll have a spoon. I can eat, spoon. Eat,
It's. Oh, this is a little hot. There you go.
Yeah.
Look at that. This rice is cooked to perfection. The
It
stock
really is. I can. God, it smells wonderful.
It's all the grains separate. But
Yes.
they also stay together.
But you can see. Don't burn your mouth.
Yes, ma'am.
You will. You will. You're going to burn your mouth if you eat it now. Don't blame me.
That's what I like about pilaf. It's got that creaminess, that slight creaminess to it.
Just a little bit of chives, expertly chopped. I mean, that's so beautiful.
You said to me the other day you don't like when the rice is being molded in a
Yes.
in a ramekin or something. So I'm just going to put a bit
Yes.
of rice on the plate so we can both sit together side by side with a glass of wine and have lunch.
Perfect.
Food doesn't have to be complicated to be delicious, and that's the
I
proof
know.
right here.
It really is. Look at how
Pilaf rice,
beautiful.
chicken with Diane sauce, and again a bit of this too, and voila. Oh my God, 2 pieces of cup. Well, I hope you've learned, a couple of recipes. You've got beautiful chicken with Diane sauce, and also the rice pilaf or pilaf rice. However you want to do it. My darling, thank you very much.
Oh, thank
for joining me.
you.
Mwah. Let's sit down, have a glass of wine, and have lunch. See you later.
Bye.